Hello, my darlings. Good morning. It's phonics time. So pop those phonics hats on. Ba-dum. Make sure those brains are working. Oh, yeah, my brain is working. We're good to go. Okay, so we're going to start off with some new tricky words. 3 new tricky words, in fact. And the first one is out. I want you out. Out. So out looks like this. Okay, I want you to practice writing that down, and each time you write it, I want you to say it, and that makes sure it gets stuck in your head. Okay, so out. Out, out, out. Out, tricky word, out. Right, the next tricky word is made. I made a cake. I made a castle. I made a big mess. Made. Made. Okay? Made. My writing is a little bit sideways today. It's very hard to write in a straight line when you're writing on a board holding it up for a camera, okay? So you try and get your writing straighter than mine, but made, okay? And that's not to be confused with a maid who is somebody who sometimes works and does, jobs maybe like in a hotel or something as a maid, and what does a maid do exactly? A maid might do some like cleaning and getting things. So it's a job that you can do maybe in somebody's house if you're incredibly rich, but usually like in a hotel or something like that. A maid. It's not really something you'll come across very often. I don't think I've ever met a maid. But anyway, maid like that would be like that. Okay, and then you've got the A digraph there. But you might come across it in like a book or a film or something. Okay, so made like that. That's a job that you can do. But made as in I made something, I built something, or I caused something. I made a mess, I made a cake. Okay, that's spelled like that, and that's the tricky word. Okay? Right, and then our third tricky word is came. I came to see you. Came. Came. Okay, we're going to do it again. Came. Right, make sure you've written it out a couple of times, each time saying it out loud so you can practice it. So let's look back. We've got out, made, and came. So new tricky words. Make sure you practice them lots this week, okay? Because that's how we make sure that they stay in our brains. Okie dokie. Right, so that's the tricky word learning for today. Now on to the next section. Now the next section is we're going to be thinking again of pronunciations, how we say certain sounds, certain letters. So we're going to start off today with thinking about G. And we're going to think about it first of all, how we have learnt it so far. So how we use it in words like goat and gold and get. Okay, so let's write those down first of all. So I'm going to say the word. I want you to have a go at writing it down. So the first word is goat. Write down the word goat. Right, so that should look like this. G-O-T. Goat. Okay, now the next word is gold. Now remember, we're learning that sort of funny way of teaching ourselves to spell gold. So gold. Okay, so do gold next. Gold, gold. Okay, so that looks like this. And the third and final word is get. Get. That's nice and simple. Okay, and that looks like this. Okay, so goat, gold and get. The G is said with the G sound. G, G, G. Okay, well now we are going to think about how we sometimes say it differently with a different pronunciation. So we are going to look at how it is used in words like giraffe and gent and magic and ginger, because they are all spelt with this letter, but it makes a J sound. So let's start off with gent. Okay, now gent is like short for gentleman. Okay, so gent. And here it's making the J sound. So J, ent. Gent. Gent. Okay? Now we've got giraffe. This is how giraffe goes. Okay. Giraffe. We've learned about giraffes before. So that's giraffe. Now we've got magic. Watch out for where we get the J sound. Magic. See? The J sound, it's from this G letter, but we're saying it with the J sound. Ma-a-j-ik. Magic. Okay? And then we've got ginger. Okay? You can have that in food or in tea. Ginger. And it's sometimes we use it to refer to a colour as well. You'll say like a cat is ginger, or somebody's hair is a lovely ginger colour. Okay? So, ginger. Gent, giraffe, ginger and magic. We've got the ginger. J, 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 j sound. Gent, giraffe, J for ginger, J for giraffe, J for gent, J in the middle of magic. Okay, we've got the J sound everywhere in those words. So have a go through them now and identify the J sound in them. Okay, right, good. Now, your turn to do some writing. I'm going to say the word, you are going to write it down. The first word is cage, and think about how we're using this pronunciation of J, okay? So we're using the G letter, but we're pronouncing it with the J sound, okay? So think about how you might spell these words. The first word is cage. Cage. Okay, give yourself a minute to do that. Cage. Right, so that needs to look like this. See, we've got the J sound here. Right, the next word is rage. Rage. Have a go at writing that down. Rage. Okay, rage looks like this. Rage. In a rage. Somebody could be in a rage because they were in a cage, because that's not right. Okay, next one is age. What is your age? Write that down. Age. Age. Okay, age looks like this. Right, you might notice a little bit of a pattern there. All those endings. Very much the same, aren't they? Right, now let's have a look at the next one. Let's do, this one doesn't fit the same pattern. Let's do germ. Germ. We should know about germs. We're always telling you, don't spread germs. Don't want to get sick. Let's do germ. Okay? Germ. Right, germ looks like this. J. See, it's the making the J sound here. Germ. Germ. Here we go. Here's germ. Fantastic. Okay, right, now time to write a sentence. This is our final task for today. So, sentence writing. I found a magic gem in the cage. So, I found a magic gem in the cage. So, I found a magic gem in the cage. I found a magic gem in the cage. That'd be exciting. I found a magic gem in the cage. Right, I'm going to give you a minute to do that and then I'll repeat it one last time. Okay, right, final time. I found a magic gem in the cage. Okay, right, let's have a look at how that should look. So, I, capital letter I, finger space, found, finger space, A. Now, magic. Remember, we are using the J sound here. It's a letter G, but it's making the J sound here. Magic. I found a magic gem. And again, look at how we're spelling it. Gem in the cage. Again, look at cage. I found a magic gem in the cage. Here we go. Here is our sentence. Fantastic. Well done, everybody, for your super phonics today. Good job. So keep practicing those alternative pronunciations of those letters. Lots of learning going on in there. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good job and enjoy the rest of your learning today.